In this section of the course, we will examine what kind of material ledger documents are posted during the procurement process. We will also see what kind of postings happen when there are changes with the currency exchange rates. As you remember from the BOM we maintained before, manufacturing pulp requires these three raw materials. The most important raw material is wood chips, which is represented by this material number here. Let's start our purchasing process review with wood chips. Let's log into the system and open transaction ME21N to create a purchase order for this raw material. We could select this vendor that has been maintained for the purchasing organization we are using and enter the mandatory organizational data. I enter the number of our raw material and also our plant number. It might be that the system does not allow you to enter the plant number. This happens because not all data has been maintained fully for this plant in the IDES environment. If you face this issue, you need to go to transaction OX10 to maintain missing address data for the plant. Locate the plant we are using and then press this envelope icon here. Then insert any address for the plant and also maintain a country code. After this, you will be able to insert the plant number for the PO. There might also be another issue that prevents you from creating a purchase order. If the system gives you an error message related to the factory calendar validity period, you need to go to transaction SCAL to expand the validity period to cover the current fiscal year. In this transaction, you need to first select Holiday Calendar and then press Change button. Find the holiday calendar for China from the list, double-click it, and then insert, for example, the next fiscal year here. You need to do the same thing with factory calendar. Click Change button, find the correct factory calendar, and extend validity period. After this, you won't be receiving any error messages related to factory calendar. From the BOM, we can see that it will take 300 cubic meters of wood chips to manufacture 100 tons of pulp. Every month, our factory is producing over 40,000 tons of pulp, so we will be needing a lot of wood chips. Let's assume that we have received a good deal from our vendor, and the vendor has promised to deliver us 50,000 cubic meters of wood for a price of 680 won per cubic meter. The standard price we are using for wood chips is 700 won, so the purchasing price is cheaper than the current valuation price. After all the necessary information has been entered, I can save the PO. But 50,000 cubic meters is not enough to cover 1 month worth of production. We still need 100,000 cubic meters to be sure we can keep producing with full capacity. But this time we are not as lucky. Our first vendor is out of stock and we need to go to another vendor. This vendor is charging us 750 won per cubic meter, which is much more than the standard price we are currently using. I will create another PO for a different vendor for 100,000 cubic meters using the higher price. I enter all the necessary information and then save the PO. Next, let's go post a goods receipt for these purchase orders using MyGo transaction. I select goods receipt by purchase order and enter the number of our first purchase order. Depending on the configuration in our system, you might receive a message that asks you to release the purchase order first. If you receive this message, you can use transaction ME29N to do the releasing. Make sure that storage location has been populated for the goods movements. Mark that the items are OK, and then click Post. The system gives us a message that a material document has been posted. When you are posting the goods receipt, you might receive error messages saying that period is not open for the current month, or the current month is not open for certain account types. Let's first check how periods can be opened using transaction PV. If you're not sure which period is currently open for the company code we are using, this can be checked using transaction RV. To enter a new period, enter the company code number here and the number of the period you want to open here. Note that you need to open new periods one by one if your current open period is not the last month. So if the period that is currently open is the first period of the year 2019, you can't open the third period for this year before you have first opened the second period of the year. After the period has been opened, we can use transaction OB52 to open the current period for different account types. The posting period variant for the company code we are using is 0001. In this screen, you can extend the validity period of all the account types. You can, for example, insert the next fiscal year to all the cells in these two columns. After you have opened the period, you are now able to post the goods receipt. The material document that the system has posted can be examined using transaction MB03. The system automatically proposes us the latest document that was posted. Here we can see that 50,000 cubic meters of wood chips were received to our inventory with movement type 101. Let's click Accounting Documents to see what was posted to Financial Accounting. As you can see, together with Financial Accounting and Controlling postings, a separate document was posted for Material Ledger. Let's double-click this document. Here we can see the materials that were part of this Material Ledger posting. Let's double-click the raw material to see some more details. The document is showing us the quantity that was received to inventory and also the monetary value of the materials. This inventory value is calculated using the standard material price and not purchasing price. If we go to the next tab, Receipt, we can see the difference between the inventory value calculated using the standard price and value calculated using the actual purchasing price. This price difference here is the foundation of the actual costing functionality. At the end of a period, the system is collecting all these price differences from all Material Ledger documents posted during the period to calculate periodic unit prices for the materials. You can also examine the price difference using the group currency, which in our case is Euro. Let's also take a look at the Financial Accounting document that was posted. Here, I want you to pay special attention to the debt side postings. We can see that not all the purchase stock value was posted to the raw material inventory account. Some of the stock value was also posted to a price variance GL account. The price difference posted to this GL account is the same as the price difference in the Material Ledger document we examined. So it's important to remember that for all the price differences, there is also a financial posting, and not only a posting to the Material Ledger. Let's also post goods issued for the second purchase order. I open MyGo again. Remember to also enter a storage location for the goods receipt. After I've posted the GR, another Material Ledger document will be created. Before we start the manufacturing process, let's go back to the Material Master and Accounting 1 tab. You can see that the value of our inventory has increased. Let's press the Material Price Analysis button here. In this list, we can see all postings that have been made for this material during the current period. The period that we are examining can be selected from here. Under Receipt, you can see the purchase orders we have created and received. The purchasing prices are visible here, and price differences are listed in this column. You can access the Material Ledger document for each posting by double-clicking the line. After we start the manufacturing process, the consumption posting will be visible here. This material price analysis transaction will become very familiar to you during this course, as we will be constantly using it to check what has been posted for our materials. This transaction can be accessed directly using T-code CKM3N, so you don't always need to access it through Material Master Data. In the next lesson, we will be examining how price differences caused by differences in exchange rates will be recorded.